And thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Jennifer Bellamy.
And I'm Jonathan Martin, in tonight for Ron Jones. Right now at 11, we are tracking Helene. In fact, let's take you live outside right now for a live look in Fort Myers, Florida, courtesy of EarthCam. Fort Myers is on Florida's Gulf Coast, about 2 hours south of Tampa. And tomorrow, the entire western peninsula of Florida will begin to feel the impacts from Helene ahead of the storm making landfall on Thursday.
Tonight, the state of Georgia is now under its own state of emergency. That's why we are bringing you live team coverage. 11 Alive's Angelina Salcido standing by at Georgia Power headquarters with the state's preparation plans. But we want to first get you to our chief meteorologist, Chris Holcomb, tracking Helene's path, Chris.
And we're watching two things that will give us significant rain over the next couple of days. First, we've got a front that's going to be moving in tomorrow to give us rain. Then on top of that, we have tropical moisture moving in with Helene. That's why we have expanded the weather impact alert now to include the second half of the day on Wednesday. Tonight, we've been watching just a few scattered showers in our area, but this is the system in association with the front that'll move in tomorrow to give us that first round of significant rain. Then we're watching Helene. This storm is getting stronger. At 5 o'clock, it had maximum sustained winds of 50 miles an hour. Now it's up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. Once this moves into the Gulf of Mexico, that's when we expect it to become a hurricane. First Category 1, then a Category 2, then at landfall. We expect it later on Thursday in the evening hours to be a Category 3 hurricane, and then moving inland, it will become a tropical depression near the Atlanta area, but the remnants travel all the way through Georgia, and then it falls apart going into the southern parts of Illinois and over into parts of Missouri. So as the storm moves through, the remnants are going to give us a lot of rain in our area. We're talking 4 to 7 inches of rain, locally some higher amounts. We could even see wind between 40 and 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts in the metro Atlanta area, and the severe weather threat mainly on the east side of that track in parts of East Georgia. We'll break down all of these impacts and have more on that timeline coming up.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, tonight, as the state of Georgia braces for Helene, crews across metro Atlanta are getting the roads ready. This is new video out of Cobb County, where today the Department of Transportation cleared out storm drains and culverts to make sure they can function properly when those heavy rains arrive.
Right now, let's bring in 11 Alive's Angelina Salcido. She is live tonight from Georgia Power headquarters on Ralph McGill Boulevard with a closer look at how the state is getting ready for this storm. Angelina.
And preps are happening all across the state to make sure that people have safe places to go. For those evacuating from the hardest hit areas, troopers are out right now making sure that interstates and roadways are clear to make sure travel is safe. All of this happening just hours ahead of the storm.
We knew that this was coming.
Preparing for days.
We just didn't know when and how significant it was going to be.
Officials across metro Atlanta work ahead of Helene.
We have pre-positioned response teams and equipment to quickly address emergencies as they arise.
And Georgia Governor Kemp declared a state of emergency for all 159 counties.
I don't think there's anywhere in the state that's not going to experience some type of impact. I mean, this is one of those rare instances where I believe all 159 counties will receive some type of impact.
While Floridians prepare for the storm to make landfall,
We do have to pre-position supplies, because if we do have to open up shelters, we need to make sure that we have resources available, people especially available to manage those shelters.
Red Cross of Georgia CEO Alicia Doherty says their disaster relief volunteers are ready to help.
So as soon as we get the notification or the request for potential shelters, then we will mobilize our team and make sure that we are ready to open those shelters so that people have a safe place to stay, meals to eat.
Right now is the time to prepare. We've got so many things that's out there for the public. You have to make a conscious decision not to prepare.
And that message there from GEMA is crucial. And GEMA has already reached out to try and get resources from other states to come in if needed. They did stress that this time, though, getting those resources is going to take a little bit of time. So if you do lose power, if you lose water, it will not be coming back on right away. That's why they want you to be prepared. We're live tonight in Atlanta. Angelina Salcido, 11 Alive News.
All right, Angelina, thanks for that. And when it comes to what you can do to prepare for the storm, the Red Cross is recommending keeping an emergency kit. The kit should have first aid supplies, medicine, flashlights, and batteries. You should also store non-perishable food and at least have a gallon of water per family member per day. And tonight, high schools across the metro are making changes to their football schedules because of the weather. Many of the high school games set for Friday night are now being rescheduled. Lakeside, Tucker, North DeKalb, and Northview high schools are just a few of the schools already making changes. So it's best to check with your local school district for the status of your school. As we track Helene and the storm's impacts, you can watch free extended weather coverage right now on 11 Alive Plus. It's free to download on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. You can also stay weather aware always with the 11 Alive mobile app. To download, just scan the QR code that you see right there on your screen. And once you have the app installed, you can turn on notifications for alerts and updates specific to your neighborhood.